This is the seat base for Fiat Ducato, and I'm cutting 45mm out to lower it to fit the swivel base so you don't go too high. So I just cut 45mm out of there. I'm just about to cut 45 out of here. So just get a bit of masking tape, draw a line around here at 45mm, just tape it on and then cut to the line front at the back here, and then the front posts as well. And then this diagonal one we're going to cut it about here, and then this other one will then fit underneath it so you can weld them back together, but you might have to trim the next bit. So cut that about 25mm. Be careful when you get to the end bit, because the gap may close up and it will trap your grinding blade, so just leave a little bit at the end and then maybe just wriggle it out. So once you've got it cut, sort of staggeringly line it up like this, and then you can see how much of this you've got to cut off. So just sight it and then put a masking line, cut that piece off, and then this pipe will join up with here. Much out, which is about 20mm. You could leave it full length and just cut the 45 off it if you wanted, but I think it's better to have a bit of a return up here so you can weld that to there and it'll be a lot stronger. And I'm going to weld a cap on top of this pipe, on top of that tube. So clamp it all together. From here, this edge to the top edge here, it's about 15cm, and the back is measuring about 21cm from here to the top. But once you cut it, you can measure it, cut a little bit or grind a little bit more down, see how it goes. Then clean up all these pipe tubes, get ready to weld it. You can cut your original piece down. If you slice it, cut a piece out of it, you could tuck it in and weld to it in there. And if you've got the tube, probably if you've got a piece of tube to put in here to weld to strengthen it up, or you can cut the tube down the side, put it in a vise to squeeze it up so it's thinner, and then slide that inside. You're only going to need like 5–10mm in there. Alright, let's get on with welding it. Alright, so it's all cleaned up inside and out, ready to weld. Right, just tack it up with a welder. Then measure it, make sure it's straight before you completely weld it. It's all welded up now. How did this? So you can see that staggered joint there. I've put a cap on it. Just got to grind all the welds down and then paint it. And then it's been shortened by 45mm. Okay, it's all ground down, ready for a bit of paint. It's all painted, finished. I fit the offset springy seat on the passenger side now. So on the driver's side I put a CTA pivot seat, swivel, that's a centre one. And on the passenger side I'm putting a SPORTSCRAFT one, which is an offset pivot to bring the passenger seat nearer to the driver's seat when you spin it round. So I've got a base sat on the frame. There's 6 countersunk Allen head cap screws here and 6 Allen bolts for the top. So I'm just going to screw those in and then screw the seat on and we'll have a look. So you can get 5 of them in and then you have to spin the seat round to finish the last one off. And that's spinning around now. When it gets to the point, locks in eventually. Right, now I've got to spin it around at a bit of an angle so I can get the seat bolts into it. Oh no, I haven't. I can just stick it straight on. I just trim this side trim because I've lowered the seat, it doesn't quite fit, so I'll just cut that little bit off in there, so it'll line up and fit nicely on there. Look, you won't even see that weld then, like I say. So screw the front 2 bolts in first, don't tighten them up, leave them a bit loose. This one was at a bit of a funny angle into this plate, so be careful that it goes in alright. If you're having trouble, just take the runner away, screw the bolt into the plate first so you can see what angle it's going in, and then slide the seat forward so you can get to the back 2 either side. Once you get them 2 in, you can tighten them 2, then 4 straight up, then slide it back and tighten the front ones up. Get the seat back into place. You've got these lugs here and there's like keyhole slots in the back of this frame. So just get the seat, put it back down like that, and push it forward. So bring it forward so these holes line up with these. And then you can stick your 18mm bolt back in. So the bolt holes are lined up now. It's a bit of a wriggle to get it in off those back pegs. Also, I had twin airbag, well not airbag, the airbag system on the safety belts. So I'm going to have to get a resistor or something to blank the one off, I don't know. Otherwise it might show a code up. Then get your airbag light lead, or not airbag, safety belt pre-tensioners. Pull that down through there. plug it back in and zip tie it so it's all neat. There you go. There you go. Both seats facing the back of the van. Passenger one spins a lot easier than that CT one. All good. Job done.